this is for YouTube. We should be good to go. Okay, so this is receiving an image, and I believe this is doing so as well. Boom. Continuing. Continue. Boom. Alright. So now I need to how can I do this? Okay. Not this. What about chat? Okay. And then I can also open this in another window. There we go. Okay. Okay. Can I not leave this group? Like, this is okay. Yeah, I can leave it. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, this is not relevant. Okay. Well, actually, I do need this. Hey, yo, Krishna, what are you doing on Twitch, man? I mean, I know I'm streaming on Twitch, but you're usually on YouTube, my man. Okay. That's not where I wanted to go. There we go. I was just roaming. Damn. All right. So I'm gonna need this repo and this repo as well. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Goofy eye emotes, the ones that you're sending. Happy at 26 gig W. Okay. Alright, so now I need to do some sort of update screen thing, but I'm not gonna do it here, at least for now. But I should have some sort of void print instruction. Alright, so I need to know how the hell I did this in this other project. Array main sort view, it's gotta be in sort view. Clean up, no, update text. Okay, so I have a color, muted access. I think I also needed to initialize a font or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I do have a TTF font, which I may need to do on main. Okay. CPA, you can copy the contents of a folder source to another 16 folder test with the command. It's an improvised recursive function that preserves all file attributes and symlinks. Yeah, what if I just want PR, just one Fira code, Nerfo, and yeah, sure. Wait, what? Two projects, simulate. Okay. So technically I should have in here a font. I do. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now I need to know how the hell I handle the TTF font. So I have all of these things in here, and then I should do some sort of TTF font. No. Does it have to be a pointer? I'm not sure. Actually, I should do it as part of the... Okay, it's a no pointer. I should probably do it as part of the struct here. So now there should be some sort of, here should be font, or sorry, objects dot font equals, okay. Where's my font? Okay, open font. Shit, I'm gonna need a string. Oh, char font path 20. Fonts data code nerd font regular dot TTF. What do you mean? Initialize the string return array is too long. Okay. There we go. So now this should be TTF open font. This. Yeah. Which has the font path. And then a size, which is going to be, I don't know, 24 at the moment. Alright, so I should have some sort of check, meaning if my font equals null, I guess. Sorry. Objects dot font. What did you return? Null on failure. Okay. Does SDL log error? Do you also use get error? Like log a message with SDL log priority error. What did I do it in here? Trying to open the font. SDL get error. Get error. What do you return? So you return a const char. So you return a string. So I guess I could say SDL log error with SDL log category error, saying error trying to open the font. Then could I do something like this? SDL get. Turns out I got. Great. So this is probably something that I should do with all of this. Okay, I have it in here, so okay. Whoops. Okay. Also, I already have my font loaded. Okay. So now I should go in print instruction. Okay, so now I need to go into the update thing. Update. Okay. Sort view. Update text, which is in here. So let me just do it the same way. SDL color equals 255, 255, 255, 255. Right? Yeah. I don't need a mutex. Fuck that shit. String comparisons. Okay. So I'm gonna need to have some sort of char current instruction or something like that. It's not even gonna be 50, but whatever. And then I'm gonna need this. This might not be the best resource for me. Okay. So I am gonna need some sort of buffer, the size of buffer, and then what I want to put. Okay. So what? Okay. So current instruction should be okay, so let's just leave it like this, right? And then I want to do and then print f with my restriction, which is I guess current instruction. Then I have to put the size, I believe size of current instruction. Then the format, which should be some sort of this actually. That's what I need. Hopefully it works. Right. And then turns out I can put a new line. And then let's just say outcome. Okay. So technically this should be now my string. Okay. So once I have this, alright. Volume, yeah, whatever. I need a surface. Render text solid. Okay, to obtain the length, so I'm gonna need to string.h is already here. So I should probably, I need now a texture. So SDO texture instruction texture TTF render with my font objects dot font with my text, which is going to be current instruction, with str len of current instruction. Okay, it turns out it works. And then with color. Oh, it needs to be a pointer. No, it does not. Surface. Okay. Surface. There we go. Okay. So now I get a surface. Okay. And then I need a rectangle. Okay, so well, let's just say that I already have a rectangle, but it's just fuck. Anyways, okay, let's just say that I have a rectangle already, and then contract, delay surface, delay texture. Texture. I need to create a texture from surface. Fuck. Okay, so I should have my render texture with my texture and then my rect. But I need to create a texture from surface. Okay, no, you are actually instruction surface. Okay, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but what if I have... So here if I have my test, then my render texture. Because what else do I need to do? I mean, I create my surface and then I have to create my texture from surface, but I don't understand. I mean, to obviously render the texture. That's pretty much it. So I have my render, name texture, name rect. SDL create texture from surface. Create a texture from an existing surface. Returns the created texture or a null on failure. The surface is not modified or freed by this function. The pixel format of the created texture may be different from the well, that fucking sucks then. Okay. Can I use an existing texture to render text, or do I need to create a texture from surface? Great question. It depends a bit on what you mean by use an existing texture. Pretty much I don't want to have to create a texture from surface, that's what I mean. So yes, you must go through a surface texture conversion step when generating text. That's because the DF rendering produces raw pixel data, and then render only knows how to draw texture. Not really, you cannot say draw text into this texture without an intermediate step, but you have normal way simply to render text to a surface, convert it to a new texture, draw the text, whatever you want. If you need to have the text often like a square counter, try the all text render again within a string. Okay, then I have another text. I don't understand this. Alright, so let me get a few things clear then. So I already have my rect, which is this one, right? So let's say that I want to have this rect in here. Alright, I do my rect and then I say that this is going to be my, I don't know, instruction rect. Right, so once I have this, I should do a SDL texture called instruction texture. It's going to be SDL create texture from surface. So I'm gonna have my objects dot renderer, and then my surface, which is going to be my instruction surface, and this needs to be a pointer. There we go. Okay, so now that I have my thing, create texture from surface, now I have to render the texture, name texture. So do I just render my texture and that's it? So now I could say SDL render texture, which is going to have my objects dot render my texture, which is instruction texture, my source and my thing. Okay, so this is going to be no, and this is going to be instruction. And then I can have a destroy texture, destroy surface, destroy texture, destroy texture with instruction texture, destroy surface with the instruction surface. because I render my texture and then there should be some sort of thing. But since I've already done this, then I guess I won't need to do all of this stuff, which is to this. So I guess I won't need my set render draw color. I won't need it. I guess I won't have to render and clear this one, hopefully, because I won't be needing this. Set render target, and then I guess I won't be needing this either. All I need is just update, oh, how's it called, print instruction. Okay. I guess I don't change this back to, yeah, I don't change it back to, well, I guess I won't be needing this either. I just need print instruction. That's all I need. Okay, hey, we have an instruction. I mean, it doesn't go that fast, but because this should technically be some other place. It should be as emulate cycle. Let's time cycle now. Keep going and execute once. I'm not gonna be needing this for now. I'm just gonna say print instruction. So in print instruction I should have a render present. But that could low-key be a little too bad for me. But fuck it. SDL render present. Present with objects dot render. And they should update way more frequently. Yo. This is so buggy, what the fuck? Okay, guess I need to clear the thing. How do I do this then? I'll go list. Okay, could I do something like this? Let me get this out of the way so I can have some more resources to this. What's going on here? Why do I get a weird character at the end? Is it this? Oh, what are you doing? Okay, there we go. It was the new line. Okay. So as I get my thing, but okay. My question now is, could I just render one texture without having to render the other by using set render target. Yes, you can absolutely render only one texture in a frame. Nice. Okay, so I could technically do this. I could say SDL set render target. So objects render, and then I could point this to my texture, which would be instruction texture, and then I could say this. Okay. At the same time, I should probably do this independently in the way that I have to render texture, render present. I should do something like SDL set render target. And this is main window rect main screen texture. Sorry, objects dot main screen texture. And then I have this render present, yeah, whatever. And then at the same time, I should probably do this here, so that I clear my window only. And then yeah, I clear here, and then I do this. Okay. God damn. Okay, that is going too fast. So I'm updating my texture. I set my render target to this one. I render the texture. I render the present. Render present. Render clear. Let's say you have two textures. Okay, then I render clear. I set the render target. Wait, render clear. Okay. Now only show text one on the screen. You don't have to render both textures every frame. Okay. So what am I missing here then? Set render target. This should just work just fine. So let me chip8.c. Okay. So I'm gonna say on one side I have this texture, and then I have this other texture. They are supposed to be render independently. I don't know, independently, sure. Yeah, that's what it is. You're missing on two different concepts. Right now your code is doing this. Create a texture, immediately set it as a render target, and try to draw the same texture onto itself. What the fuck? Free surface, structure rect. Render directly to the window, not the texture itself. So you're telling me that I shouldn't do this. I should get this out of here. Get this out of here. Should put this in here. Then just render my texture. And then destroy texture. Render copy. So I shouldn't have this. Yeah. Well, that doesn't work very well, my guy. I update my texture. I declare my rect, and then I do render copy. Do not call into a texture. For some things on the screen, leave render target equals null at the window. Don't call it render function if you want to put the same frame. That's exactly what I want to avoid. I don't want to. If you present SEO render present after drawing just one texture, the other one won't appear until next frame. That's why they look at the banner right now. But the text surface has to render every frame. Meanwhile, the main window rect, or how is this called? The main screen texture is not, meaning they have to be rendered at different times. I think he's lost it, man. Render copy. What are you doing? Render frame. What are you doing? What are you doing? Present final frame. So you're telling me that I should have this in here. I mean, that could be something. For sure. Okay, let me just try it. So I get all of this, then I put it in here. Pixels. I don't have pixels. Great thing. But I don't think I do anything with pixels until I have two? What do you mean by two? Okay. How do you learn programming? I need your tips, sir. Just by doing random stuff, and then I either ask my friend ChatGPT or I look at the documentation. That's what I do. Just by trying and see what's wrong. Should render target. Okay, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. I guess I don't need this. You told me that I just update. I update the texture and then I have this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Every frame, whether updated or not. Surface is not modified. Okay, I lost. Okay. So I have to display it every single time. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, so I have to update this in here. And then I just update it in here. Okay, I do. Then I render. I do. Okay. So this is what I do. SDO. Render present with objects dot render. Then I should destroy some things. Destroy texture. Okay, I do destroy my texture. Okay, well this seems to work just fine. This is not clear. I need to clear this screen before I do anything. Okay, wait. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. You're a pro? I'm not a pro by any means. Trust me, I am very far away from being a pro. Okay. This is better now. Whoops. Whoops, do it again. Alright, so may window render screen with render texture, and then I do this, so I guess I have to clear my thing. Actually, now I don't clear anything. I don't clear anything at all. Should I not clear? Render clear. Okay, I do have to clear it. Okay, there we go. That's much better now. Yoo-hoo! Okay. So, where is it? So I want to see the speed of this thing. How fast does it go? Okay, it does go pretty fast. Okay, great. And then you have your registers, you have your controls, and then you have your timers. Great, 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 great. Okay, so now technically I could do things like, I know it's 50, but it should be something like current instruction. I don't know if this will even fit the screen, but current instruction, this does not even fit the screen. Great. So does that mean that I have to change the size? Probably. What about size 12? Yikes. Yikes. Okay, yeah, it doesn't understand new ones. Shit. Screen scale. Open. Okay. Okay, so let's just try all the different. Okay, so I get my good old logo. Chip 8. IBM. There we go. 3. Corax. Chip 8. And then, we gotta take a look at this one. All right. Whoops. Are you still in college? I'm still in college. Yes. Yes, I am. IBM. Okay. Correct. So this should technically all be this. Okay. What year? Third year of college. Oh. Yeah, I'm getting quite a few failures in here. Okay. Okay. 5, I don't know what it is. Grips. Sure thing. Oh, and I think it casts the sec fold in here. Yep. Great. I don't know why. No. Okay. So you can press any of the numbers 1 to 3. Alternative, you can move the cursor up and down with Shift base and then single line 9 with A. If you want to repeat, yeah, so what's the test? The test will now run through a couple of steps, which you will see on the screen as a loading process bar followed by some artifacts. After about 3 seconds, you should see this screen. BF reset. I don't know what this is. Clip in, shift in, jump in. The add or an XOR opcodes. Reset the flag register to 0. Okay. The different little codes incremented the index register. The bottom edge of the screen get clipped instead of wrapping around to the top of the screen. When clipping is off, the test checks if sprites get rendered at the right coordinates on the other side of the screen. Yeah, well, I cannot execute this test for some reason, so that's not very helpful. Not released. This is bullshit. Like, that is bullshit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Don't have to waste. I don't have to wait until the key is released. That's not what it says. Super chip. This is not for the chip 8, and then the tests are done. Okay. Because instead of calling it print instruction, render free. Let's just call it that way. Input every loop iteration, because I do have to render frame every iteration. But I should probably do it after this. This is gonna be ROMs. Jump in, chip 8. I don't know what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Hey, it actually did it. Okay, great. It actually works. Okay, so let me just make this a little bit smaller. So implemented SDO get error SDO bug error for better error. That's it. Okay. Yep. Good push origin all the way, and then get everything else. So I changed a few things. Now there is a function called render frame, which is in charge of rendering the entire screen. Whether the instruction texture is updated every frame on the chip 8 screen plus texture is updated only when the draw flag indicates it. Okay. Push origin overlay. Do you think it's still worth to pursue web development? I mean, sure. There's still, like, everybody needs a web nowadays. So I think it's still worth, maybe it's not as worth it as it was a couple of years ago, but it's still a viable option for sure. Especially if you like it. I don't think you should get carried away by you know, the trends or what the people say that, oh, you should not get into web development. The job market is trash. Well, I mean, it might be trash, but it's trash for everyone. So if you still like web development and you want to get into it, then get into it, man. If you're really good at it, you will still get paid a lot of money, no matter what. Okay. So I want to make this a little bit smaller. This is not what I wanted to see. This is not what I wanted to see either. Okay, this is what I wanted to see actually. And then 4, could that be? It's divided in 4 sections. That could be something. So let's just leave it like that, and then I can try to have something like current instruction. Something like char instruction text. So which is one of the instructions. Too long. Okay, but alright, so then I should have my just going to be called strong inst text. Whoops. Current instruction. then inst text. I don't know what I just did. Alright. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Now I will need my surface. Okay, I actually deleted this. I'm so stupid. Okay. Instruction text. This is going to be current instruction. Current instruction. Instruction surface. Surface. No, I actually have it in here. I'm just dumb as fuck. Okay. And where's my texture? Okay, here it is. So now I should do, so this is good, and then I paste this in here and I say inst texture. Create texture from surface. Alright. I should do destroy surface. Why am I destroying? Okay, I'm destroying the surface, not the texture. Okay. Okay. Then I should have a rect. I should have a check as well, which I don't have in here. So if instruction texture equals no, then I should do SDL log error, SDL category error, saying error creating instruction texture with whoops. Okay. This is inst texture. So now I need a rect, so f rect equals, I guess my position is going to be 0, 0. I'm gonna need just a quarter of this. So I'm gonna actually steal this from. Whoops, okay. So now that I have this, I have my destroy texture, whatever, and then I should actually render my texture. So anyways, render texture. Need objects dot render. I need inst texture. No. Inst rect. And then this is going to be x is going to be 0 as well, y is going to be screen height times global config.scaling factor divided by 2. God damn, yo, this looks fucking terrible. What the fuck? Okay, why is this so big? Why are you so big? Okay, probably because it actually occupies the entire thing. Okay. Yeah. Screen height. That's probably why. Okay, that looks better now. And then you're not gonna occupy this since you're going to be only occupying half. Okay, that looks a bit better. Okay. Okay. Can I do open another window and then I close this? Okay. There we go. Now the thing is, how am I gonna instructions? How do you even do this? Oh, this is a GIF. Okay. Instructions for what is the current instruction being executed here? And even then, you still have to keep track of all the other instructions that were executed, which is not good. Okay. So I think I want to have something similar to what this guy had in terms of the breakdown. So this is going to be a fourth, and then the entire height. This is going to be half of the screen, but just in the middle, which I should keep track of all of these things. Execute once, window render, main texture, interesting texture. Okay, so I do get access to this one. Okay. So this should be, so my X is going to be, whatever. Since I want it to occupy half of the screen, I don't want it to be right next to this. So your X is going to be the instruction rect. Dot width. Okay, so instruction rect dot width. Then your height is going to be the same. I mean, sorry, your Y is going to be 0 as well. Your width half, and you should be half as well. Okay, now I need to have all of this a little bit more clear in the sense that you start in 0, 0, and then you occupy a fourth, which is not really what I want. Let me just have you occupy, I don't know, 100, for example. And so now your Y is going to be the inst dot height. Then you have your width and then your height, which shouldn't be half of it. Your height should be all the way down. Okay, so let me do multiple things. So can I render multiple strings on one texture? Meaning different lines slash height that are rendered on one single texture. Yes, you can render multiple strings to a single. Okay. Oh, now I have to set this shit. Oh my god. You have to be kidding me, man. Okay, so you're creating a different rect on the same texture. Great. So that's something that I should do as well. Okay, it should be, since this instruction is going to occupy the entire height. Right, it should be the entire height minus the inst rect dot height. I don't know if this will make any sense, but fuck it. Okay, hopefully that made some sort of sense in there. Destroy surface, destroy surface, destroy surface. Okay, bro. Chip followers on streamable.com. Sure thing, but there we go. Okay. So next line below previous. I forgot how much of a pain in the ass this whole thing was, but I guess it's the only way of doing this. Render inst texture, create texture from surface. Okay. How can I draw a border around the texture? Since you can render rectangles with the renderer, the point itself is important texture. What? Set render draw color around the rect. Border thickness 4. Not so sure about this one, by the way. Whiteboard. Okay. So now I need to do a couple of things, which is main window rect, sure thing, whatever. So I can still use the same thing, basically. That's what you told me, right? You said a string separately, then copy them into the same texture. So I create one texture, and then I create what do you mean target? Okay. Okay, that is the type of the function. So I have my texture, which is a target. Create target texture for whole left half of the screen. But I still have to destroy texture. Set render target. I render my target, and then I do that. I mean, I guess it's the most logical way of doing this, but I don't want to have to start over. So you're telling me that I have to create a target, which is going to become the render target. Okay, then I clear the background in black. Then I'm painting white into white 0. You could also render text into multiple surfaces, then blend those onto a single larger surface with this the uplit surface. This works too, but it's slower since it uses CPU side surfaces instead of GPU render targets. That's not what I want. I want it to be as fast as possible. But you can just do a render copy. Create target texture for whole left half of the screen. So right now what do I have? I have this. Right now I have 2 different textures and 2 different surfaces, which is not necessarily what I want. Okay, so let me just does it receive objects? Okay, in the font I already have them spawned. I have to create my texture. Target texture. Pixel format, I have no idea. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Ahmed. How you doing, man? Sure. Pixel format. Just about coded my game and I'm almost done with it. Just need to add one more function. The assembly game that you had to do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, imagine bytecoding in assembly. That sounds tough as fuck. RGBA 888. Pixel format. Is it format? Pixel format. RGBA 888. Screen width times that scaling factor. Or actually, this is not a float. And then this is just going to be screen height times global scaling factor. Set render target is objects dot render, and then my new texture, which should be target texture. Okay. So now I declare my white. Now I have to create a texture and then surface. So steel surface called title surface equals ttf render text solid with objects dot font with title straight line of title and then color. Sure thing. I have to create a texture with this title texture which equals steel create texture from surface texture from surface render and then the surface objects dot render and then the surface which I want is just title surface. Pointer jet again. Okay. And then what do? Do I free the surface? Destroy surface called title surface. And now, okay, I have to grade my rect, then I render the texture and then I destroy it. Okay, so I'm rendering, setting the target to the big texture. Okay, so I have to create SDL f rect called title rect, which is going to equal in this case x0, y0 as well. Width, then you're just going to be the entire. It's going to be the screen width times global config dot scaling factor divided by 4. On the height, you're just going to be 100. Okay. And then you're just going to be render texture objects rendered. Then the texture title texture will title rect. Okay, and then this should just be it, right? And then I destroy the texture. Okay. SDL destroy texture with title texture. Okay. Now I have to do a similar thing, which is going to be char instruction. Then I'm just gonna get it from here. Okay, now I have to create yet again another surface instruction surface called SDL create surface, which takes a width, height, and then a pixel format. No, okay, that's what I thought. TTF render text solid without the font text, which is going to be instruction. This is going to be then of the instruction. We're going to color again. Then I can say texture instruction texture create texture from surface, which I need my objects dot render, and then my surface, which is instruction surface, and I can do destroy surface with instruction surface. Okay, and then f rect, which is the instruction rect equals your x is going to be 0. This is going to be the title rect dot height. I guess I can do +10, for example, +5. Your width is going to be the exact same as the title rect dot width, and then your height is going to be just all the way till the end, which is going to be screen height times global config dot scaling factor minus title rect dot height. Okay. So now I do SDO, render texture with objects dot render with the instruction texture. Okay. No, and then my instruction rect. Now I can destroy the texture, which is instruction texture. Oh, sorry, texture. Okay. Then I return the target texture. So up here I could just say, I don't need all of this stuff. All I can do is just objects font, instruction, whatever. When the texture is to a texture, all of this could just be called into SDO. Texture, call instruction. Texture equals create, what's the name? Instruction texture. Okay. Create instruction texture. Okay. Create instruction texture. Alright. So now that I have this texture, so I created texture for the whole left half of the screen. Later you can just do instruction texture. Guess I still need a rect for all this in window rect. Still have rect, which is going to be instruction panel. It's going to be 0, 0. We're going to take up a pointer scaling factor divided by 4.0. We're going to take out the entire screen height, actually, times global config dot scaling factor. That's as much as you can get. Instruction panel. Okay, and then I say main screen texture with main window rect. Guess I need something similar with render texture. Do I then set this? Okay. I destroy my texture. Then I need to do SDL select render target to objects dot render and then that. Alright. So now in here I can say objects dot, no, this has to be my texture. Choose my instruction texture. This is the instruction panel. Okay. Okay. TTF quit. Is it TTF quit? Yes. Okay. I guess I could also... No, but I want to stack you up by the entire... Okay, so I guess I need... So what I do in here is I create my rect. And then I render the texture with my rect. With the instruction texture. And then I... So I guess I could just do a rect with another rect, which could be, okay, I do all this. Instruction panel, and then I could do SDO. Which could be border instruction. Which you are going to have the instruction panel dot width. Whoops, sorry about that. Yeah, you are a instruction panel dot width. You're gonna have your Y is going to be 0 as well. Then your width is going to be, I don't know, 5. And your height is going to be the same as this. Instruction texture, instruction panel. We're going to need border instruction. I don't know if this will work. That's interesting. Dot width, yeah, that's going to be your X. It's going to be where it finishes. Okay, what about minus 10? Okay, that sort of makes a difference. Not that much, but okay, that's not what I need, actually. Juicy boy, yo, how's it going? Good, I guess. I'm here struggling a little bit with SDO textures and whatnot, but yeah, it's going good. How about you, man? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, so it turns out I cannot do this. Do I have to create another texture? That's what you're telling me, right? Is this for the border? Might be. Set render draw color, render fill rect, render fill rect. Guess I need to render fill rect. Doing fine, just trying to learn quick shell while tired. What is quick shell? Quick shell is a toolkit for building status bars, widgets, lock screens, and other desktop components. Oh, using Qt Quick. Okay. Gotcha. See your changes in real time. Damn. That's actually pretty cool. Alright. And what are you going to use it for? Okay, guess I need to do SDO render fill right. Don't you think so? my instruction panel. No, not instruction panel, my board instruction. Not quite what I was hoping for. Probably gonna be doing it for my entire desktop while having it on top of my Hyperline for window handling and shit. Oh wow. But is it going to be some sort of widget like this? Like, are you gonna be controlling something with it? What is it gonna be for? I'm guessing I'm gonna have to create my own texture, which is not good, by the way, because I don't want to create another texture. Set render draw color. Right, then let me what the fuck? How did I just copy that? This is what I wanted to copy. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, that's just exactly not what I wanted to have. Okay. The only problem is learning QML. QML. Qt Emulator Object Language. Based on JavaScript. God damn. I thought this was done in C for some reason. The QML language. Damn. Okay, this is pissing me the fuck off. Borders are baked into the okay. Right. Border thickness. Draw rect F. What? Okay, so you're telling me that I can just do this. So I have my rect and whatnot. And then I can just have this. Which is not going to be my instruction rect, but it's going to be my instruction path. That's what you're telling me. Which can basically define interfaces like this. Rectangle with 100 height, 100 text, something here. Oh wow, that's pretty straightforward, no? Border instruction. Unused variable. What do you mean? Border instruction. Yeah, sure, let me get rid of it. Implicit declaration, rename SDL render rect. Alright. SDL render rect. Oops. Okay, hey, we got a border though. We got a border though. That's all I wanted to have. Okay, I don't really give a fuck anymore. Then I should probably just set it back to 0, no? 0, 0, this. Okay. There we go. Alright. Yeah, the only problem is learning the entire amount of widgets that Qt Quick gives me and then using them. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing then here, like knowing all the different resources that this gives you and learning how to use them. It's the toughest part out of learning a library. But is it based on JavaScript, or do you do it in like C or C++? Okay, so technically I do have this now. Boom, I got a border now. Great. The instruction panel on the left side of the screen is now created, at least. And there is a border, a white border to I guess mark the limit of the border, I mean of the panel. God damn. Qt apps usually have C++ as a backend, or Python if that's more your jam. No, yeah, I thought you did it in C++. I don't have to push the main origin all the way. That's why, you know, when I saw that it was based on JavaScript, I was a little bit confused. Okay. Now I just need to find a way to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, which this could be done very easily through here. This could just be, I don't know, 300. That's not what I wanted to do. Although QML does support JavaScript syntax in widgets. So wait, you can have JavaScript code on C++? That's what you're telling me? Because that is a little bit weird, if you ask me. Right. There we go, that looks a little bit cleaner at least. Maybe I can also +5. What about 300 as well? I mean, I don't know, I just need it to be... I mean, you can see the instruction for sure, but that is not very nice. So for example, function do something is valid. Qt is just an app framework, by the way. QML is the UI defining thing. Alright. Got it. Okay, well, I guess I have to increment the font size. Maybe, I don't know if that's what I have to do, but oops, let's just do 42 for whatever reason. I mean, that might help a little bit, but I'm not too sure. Now let me... white border. Or Python using the PyQt library. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I copied it just like that, because I do have to change the main window, right? Not what I wanted. Main window, right? There we go. That's it. Okay. What did my phone just turn on if there's nothing to show me? Oh, there was one thing to show me there. There we go. Okay, so now we have a screen as well. I mean, a border for this screen as well. Great. There we go. All right. Now there is a wide border for the ship 8 screen as well. Okay. I have once again pushed to main. Let's go. Origin overlay. There we go. Okay. Right. I think it's here. Okay, not really. Channel maybe. Fuck, I did not mean to delete that whole thing. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it for today. It's been a pretty long stream. Might be back a little bit later, but I don't know. Thank you guys for being here. I don't know, I'll see you tomorrow, maybe later in the afternoon. I don't know. Thanks. Alright. And then I have to go into